Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be finding out, actually I wrote down the person who requested this, so I didn't know how to say it, so I decided to write it down. So it's at sh-ixe and then MC. Correct me if I'm wrong, but thank you so much for requesting this reading. We're here to find out if the country or city, actually I think if the city specifically that you want to move to on your mind is somewhere that you're going to be happy with. Okay, you're going to be happy moving to the city on your mind. So thank you so much for requesting that reading. It's very unique, very specific reading. However, I do know other people will resonate with this one because someone replied underneath the comment, said, oh, thank you so much for asking that because I want to know too. Okay. As usual, I'd like to say thank you so much to everyone who continuously supports this page. It does mean the world to me. And also, guys, if you're interested in using crystals or you work with crystals and they work wonders for you, then go over to otterspirit.com and use my code GeminiEM20 because, of course, I rep the same three ones, the citrine, the rose quartz, and the green jade. They're very good for bringing in abundance, personal power, creativity, confidence, and self-love, self-healing, and love in general. So they work wonders for me, and this is honestly my bluntest review. It has worked a lot for me. So if you guys feel like you can resonate more with stones and using crystals, then go ahead and make your purchase. And of course, I'm going to rep the roses, okay? Love them. It's a Friday today, which means it's Venus Day. They still smell amazing. These roses last for an entire year. So if you love roses or you know someone who loves roses, I highly recommend getting them to go on Rose Forever. All the links are in the description down below. And use my code Gemini20 for $20 off. Now, for those of you who may not be aware, I'm in a pageant sort of vibe, right, for Miss Uganda UK. And part of me being in this pageant, we do a lot of humanitarian work. And this year we're working with Salama School for the Blind. So it would mean the world to me if you guys could donate, even if it's $1, £1, 1 rupee, whatever you guys use, right? Just every little helps. Every little helps. That's what we're using to fundraise for this year. And again, for those of you who go above and beyond to support my other channel, Awkward Confident, I love you guys to the moon and back, especially since there's nothing like to gain out of supporting me. It's like, I understand with this channel, it gets engagement. People want to know about their life. Everyone's like, I want to know about me, you know? But for those of you who go above and beyond to support my other page, knowing damn well you don't have to, that means the world to me. And I always keep in mind of like, you know what, like I remember that. I will always remember that. Okay. So with that being all said, I do have a backup page for my tarot channel. So I will be uploading a few tarot readings here and there. I'm not going to be consistent on it, but whenever I feel like uploading, I will. I'll probably upload collectives there. Who knows, right? Feel free to subscribe to that one just in case this channel disappears. Okay. So past selection, 3 minutes and 13 seconds. 1, we have gift. Okay. 2, we have certain. 3, we have artistry. And 4, we have flourish. So let's find out. Okay, so let's start. Pile 1 is at 333. Okay. So let's find out if you're going to love the city that you are going to be moving to. Okay. We have gift. May you receive all the gifts that await. That's already a good sign, okay? We have 60. Blow off some steam. We have January. We have wild. In the back, we have Sagittarius. And then we have 6 of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And we have the King of Pentacles, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, earth sign energy. I'm not going to lie. This is going to be a very short reading because when I was shuffling the cards, it was very simple. It's a straight up yes, okay? Because January, I'm interpreting this as new beginnings. You know, when you start the year, new beginnings, new year, new me, all of that ish, right? So I feel like this is more of like the start of a new world, the start of a new year, you know? So you're going to see it as a fresh new beginning, and perhaps maybe that's what your soul was actually needing, or maybe you're craving that, okay? And I feel like you're going to be a lot more free because we have wild and we have Sagittarius. So that sign is known for traveling, known for exploring. I feel like you're going to have a lot of fun exploring the city. We do have the 6 of Wands. So if you're looking for any opportunities or success, I do see it being here, but you will get a lot of attention. And I feel like people can sense when you are foreign. I don't know how. It happens even here in the UK. Like, no matter what it is, like people could just sense you're not from here, even if your accent is the same, right? But I do see a lot of people wanting to give you attention, but this is also opportunities. You may even have really good options in terms of friendships and potential lovers, okay? But success overall, especially being next to the King of Pentacles, I do see that there's a lot of success. For some of you, I'm probably moving for that reason or moving for more opportunities in life. But I do see you getting stable and settled here. So I will not be surprised if you end up moving to the city and you stay here for good. Like it may be the place that you choose to live in for a long time, if not forever, okay? We do have blow off some steam, so that's 60. So 6 is all about balance and reciprocity. So it's going to feel like you've made the right decision. It's going to feel like an instant confirmation that it's a good thing that I took the leap to do that, because I'm finally where I wanted to be. Like it may feel like a risk to you to move, but once you do move, you're going to feel like, I'm so glad that I took the right step, because blow off some steam is like release. It's like, this is what I've been needing this whole time. You know, maybe you felt like for a long time, you felt like I needed to move. I felt lost. I felt confused. And you're going to feel like, oh my God, finally, I can be myself. I can be wild. I can explore, especially if you're the types of people who've grown up really strict parents as well. For some of you, you may feel like, finally, I get to explore. I get to live the way I want to live. Okay. But yeah, you're going to feel like it's a gift. You're going to feel like, why didn't I do this sooner? But everything happens for a reason. There were probably reasons why you couldn't do it sooner. Maybe money, maybe it didn't come to your mind, maybe you weren't aligned. But in a short answer, in a nutshell, I do see you being very happy with this, okay? A lot of good cards we're getting here. You will make a lot of friends too, so perfect, okay? I see you getting stable, all right? I'm going to move on to the next pile. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you do want a personal reading, just email me. If you want to join my membership, my starting tier is at £2.99, okay? So, pile 2 is at 7 minutes. You guys chose certain. Be sure of your ground. So, how you feel about the city that you're thinking of moving to? We have 8, be courageous. That's abundance. Lonely, we have February. We have December. We have protection. We have the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy, which is Earth energy. And then we have the 2 of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I think some people don't want me to do readings on YouTube, because every single time I've been trying to lately, my throat just starts to get itchy. And it's like I start to lose my voice. But then outside of it, my voice is fine, okay? Very weird. Very random. I don't know if that has anything to do with your pile, but I just noticed that, okay? I'm not gonna lie, pile 2. I'm not seeing you being happy with you moving to this new city. You may end up feeling very lonely. You may feel like it was more of like a loss. You may have to budget with your finances. Maybe your new city is more expensive. We do have December, which I associate with the ending, coldness, snow, at least where I come from. But I see you keeping to yourself with the protection. You may come across people that may not be the nicest. And maybe that's why I'm bringing up the throat analogy. Okay, so you may come across people that they may be nice to you, but you may get an off feeling about them. And you may realize down the line that they don't have your best interest. Especially if some of you are wanting to move to somewhere with new opportunities, you may realize that there are people who are willing to stab you in the back to get ahead, okay? Or feel threatened by your success. You may just have that urge to move, okay? But with the Hierophant, this sounds sad, but I feel like if you do move, even though you feel like you're not going to be happy, I feel like you may be a bit stubborn, where you may end up saying, well, I moved here, so I'm going to stay here. You know, this kind of reminds me of my best friend when we were younger in school. She moved to a different part of the UK, Scotland, and even though her whole family were not happy, they just stayed there. Some of them have come back to London, but it's like they just stayed there, but they weren't happy. They're probably still not happy, but it's just like, well, now we're stubborn, now we're here, but now we're established. So I feel like for you guys, if you were to move city, it's like you end up being rooted there and feel like, well, now I've got something to prove. Maybe some of you guys are moving and maybe you told your friends, family about it, and they're like, oh, I don't know, that's a good idea. And now it's like, no, I've got a point to prove now, you know. But I see you feeling like doubting yourself, like, was this a big mistake? Is this something that I really needed to have done? Maybe I was impulsive when I thought about it. Maybe I was misled to think it would be great. But I see you questioning your decisions. But with the be courageous, I feel like you're going to stick it out. You're going to stick it out and be like, well, I'm not going to allow anyone to make me feel like I don't belong here. I'm going to stick it out. I'm going to try my best to explore and make the most out of my stay here, you know? And 8 is all about abundance, but it can also be like an infinity sign. So it's like permanency. With time, I see you getting used to it and establishing a name for yourself, establishing a reputation, finding a community, you know, a sense of belonging with time. But in the beginning, you may feel a bit lonely, okay? We do have certain, may you be sure of your ground. So even if you feel this way, I see you saying, well, now that I've moved here, it's taken a lot to move here. I've got something to prove to myself and others. So I'm going to make the most of this. I'm going to find my community or build my own community. I'm going to establish myself in some way, shape or form, okay? But you're going to be selective with who you give your time and energy to, because I feel like you might come across people that you may not trust. Okay? So in short, I'm not going to lie, you may not feel as happy at first, but I see you adapting and being able to stick it through. It could be due to stubbornness. We do have Taurus here, but we do have to be courageous. Maybe you feel like you stick out like a sore thumb. Or like you don't fit in. But I see you sticking it through, okay? With that being said, I'm going to move on to the next pile. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you do want a personal reading, just email me. If you want to join my membership, my starting tier is at £2.99. Okay? Pile 3, 11 minutes and 33 seconds. Are you guys going to like the city that you're thinking about moving to? Let's see. Artistry. May you find harmony and order. We have 16. It's not an emergency. 1 is all about new beginnings, new portals, new beginnings, independence. Did I say new beginnings twice? That was really random. 6 is all about balance. 1 and 6 together makes 7, which is learning. Okay? It's not an emergency. Okay. Maybe when you guys move, you'll feel like, okay, now that I've moved, like this is a big step. Like I need to stick it through. But then you may realize, it's actually not that deep. Okay? We have breakup. We have travel, and we have bored in the back. We have the 9 of Cups, which is water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, earth sign energy. So what I'm picking up here is that I feel like you guys will get opportunities living here. Ace of Pentacles is a fresh new beginning, something tangible, something stable. It'll be like a wish fulfillment. But then I see you getting bored, because we literally have travel and we get bored. Maybe you feel like, okay, this is not all cracked up what it's meant to be. Maybe you'll get stuck in the routine of how you're living your life there. Because we have, may you find harmony and order. So you may feel like the way things are done in this new city, you may feel like, I don't really like this. This is really boring. This is not like where I come from. And I'm not saying it's like a country, but it's like cities could be very different from each other, even if it's the same country. It's like the UK. It can be very different from one city to the next. Like, for example, in the UK, London is very diverse. Other places, not so much. It's not an emergency. So you may feel like, oh my God, now that I've moved here, I have to stick it out here. I have to stay here. I have to really, really make the most of the time here. And you may realize, actually, no, if I want to move again, I can move again, you know? I feel like it's not even that anything bad happens. I feel like you just may get bored of it. You may feel like it's very boring, it's very dead, there's nothing for you. Because we have breakup. So you may end up like realizing that maybe I need to leave, or if it's like a long distance relationship or long distance friendship, you may realize your friendship cannot stand the test of time staying there. Like you'll find it really hard to keep up with your friends and your loved ones. Sorry guys, I just realized that whenever I do these readings, recently only, my throat suddenly gets itchy, it flares up. But when I'm not doing these readings, I can talk for hours. Nothing happening with my throat. Weird. It's happened in the last reading, it's happening in this reading, and those were on 2 different days. I digress. I just see you getting bored quickly. But financially, you'll be doing well. wish is fulfilled. Okay, so I feel like you might not stay for very long, or you just might just feel like, meh, should I stay, should I not? But it's just the way things are done. You're going to be learning that it's not that deep. Like, you're going to be thinking, maybe, did I really need to move? I don't know. Do I really need to stay? I don't know. So Spirit is saying, like, may you find harmony in that order, because there's something that you may get, it may become mundane, and the way things are done, you may feel like, I can't relate to it. Okay? But overall, as long as your money's looking great, I guess that's what matters. Like, I'm a Taurus according to Vedic astrology, so I'm all about that moolah. So as long as your moolah is great, I think everything else is workable, you know. But that's just my opinion. Okay, it's not a fact. So, yeah, I see in the opportunity department, you're blessed. Okay. But that's all I'm getting. I'm going to move on to the last part. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you do want a personal reading, just email me. And if you want to join my membership, the starting tier is at £2.99. Okay? So, part 4 is 15 minutes and 55 seconds. You guys chose Flourish. May you thrive and blossom. Okay, we have 58. Give yourself the best. 5 is all about change and 8 is all about abundance. 5 and 8 together. What does that mean? Gosh, you didn't even know. 13, which still rounds to 4, which is stability, okay? Okay, we have 47, decide the outcome. 4, stability, 7 is learning. 4 and 7 together is 13, but it rounds back to 4, so stability. We have popular, we have lust, and then we have the Fool card, which is Aries, fire sign energy, and then we have the Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, air sign energy. So, are you going to like this new place that you're thinking of moving to? I feel like you will. But whether you want to stay on there or not is up to you. Because we have the Fool card. This is like a chance of a new leap of faith. Trying new things. Exploring new things. And I feel like you're going to be seeking a lot of clarity. Like, is this something that I can see myself growing old in? You might actually fall in love with someone and feel like, okay, are we going to stay here for the rest of our lives, or are we going to move together somewhere else, okay? I feel like you become really popular in your city. So wherever you're at, I don't know, because we have popular, we have flourish. May you thrive and blossom. So you guys could actually experience a glow up, or just a lot of people like liking you because you're going to be your most authentic self. You're just going to be standing out like a sore thumb, but in a good way. Like, there's something about you that's going to be unique, and you're going to be unstoppable. Actually loving up on yourself, actually feeling happy, okay? So Spirit is saying, like, give yourself the best. So it's going to be up to you, really. It can go either way. But if you feel like this city ticks all your boxes, then go for it. I see you being happy. I see people liking you. You're going to have the strong lust for life. I feel like you're going to really enjoy it. You're going to really like it. But you're going to ask yourself, is this somewhere I can stay forever? But you may even be a bit skeptical at first. But I see you enjoying it. So, yeah. I feel like this is a yes. In my opinion, yeah. I feel like this is a yeah. You're going to like it. Okay? You're just going to be a bit skeptical about things. But that's because you want to decide whether it's somewhere you want to stay long term. But I actually see you enjoying the place. But you're like, okay, longevity-wise, marriage-wise, kids-wise. Yeah. I think that answers that. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you want a personal reading, just email me. If you want to join my membership, the starting tier is at £2 and 2 pence. Bye, guys.